Hi guys, join me as we draft and sew this lovely cargo skirt using a chinos fabric. Alright, so I'll go and fold my fabric to my highest measurement, that is my hip measurement, alright, divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance. The fabric is a bit stretchy, but for the purpose of slitting the midpoint, I'll be adding 1.5 inches. Now I've gone ahead to take my full length and of course my hemming allowance. All right. Now I'm going to be starting from 2 inches. As you can see, because of the band, I'm going to be setting a band. So waist to hip, waist to knee. I'll replicate it here. Waist to hip, waist to knee, and of course the full length. I'll go ahead and draw, as you can see. All right. So now I'm going to be taking my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance. I'll do same for my hips. Hips divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance. Alright. Now what I got on my hips, maybe let's say I got 13. When I come to my knee, I'll subtract 1 inch, I'll make it 12. Then when I get to the full length, I'll subtract 1 inch to make it 11. So that it's going to be a very nice skirt. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to be using my pattern master to curve it like so, as you can see. Alright, joining the points together. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting. After which I am going to be duplicating it for the back. Alright, I'm going to be duplicating it for the back. Like I said earlier, this is a cargo skirt. Alright, so the back measurement is going to be the same as the front. Alright, then I'll go ahead and slit. Alright, I'll slit the back as well. Alright, so I'll just label it what I want to use for the front and what I want to use for the back. So I'm using this for the back, I'm using this for the front as well. Alright, so I'll go ahead and open it, then I'll cut my zipper fly. Alright, I'm just marking the measurements on the front one. So I'll go ahead and cut my zipper fly. It's actually 2 inches by 8 inches. Alright, then I'll use my curve like so to curve these other points. Alright, you can go up by 1 inch or 1.5, then curve it. So I'm done with that. I had to cut two. Alright, for this side I'm going to be serging the edges. Alright, so now I'm going to be using this Adire fabric to cut the cargo pockets. Now this is not the bulgy type of pockets, it's just a simple pocket. Alright, maybe my next video, or when next I'm doing a cargo stuff, I am going to be showing how to do the other type. Now I've gone ahead to cut 10 inches by 8 inches. It depends on your preference, it depends on how big you want it to be. Alright, then I'll go ahead and cut the cover as well. Alright, 8 inches by about 4 inches, depending on your preference, depending on what you want. Okay, so what I did for this, I'll do for the other side as well. Alright, then for the down area, I'm going to just put in the fly. I'm not going to be adding the pocket, it's just like a fly. Alright, it's just like a fly. So I'll go ahead and do that for this other side. As you can see, it's going to rest at the edge of the skirts. Alright, so now this is for the front. Then for the back is something very little, but you could add anything you want to add. It's something very little, just like a fly as well. Okay, I'll go ahead and stitch round, then I'll sew it when I'm sewing. Now this is it. Then this is for the waist band. Okay, I've gone ahead to cut two. All right, be sure to measure your waist measurement and cut. Now let's get into the sewing process. Now these are the flies. I've gone ahead to serge it. This is the right, this is the left. I'll go ahead and stitch on the left part of the skirt. As you can see, I'll go ahead and stitch up. I'll take note of where my zipper is going to stop. All right, so I'll stitch down. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'm done stitching. I am going to be top stitching now, as you can see. All right, I'm going to be top stitching. Please do it at your pace because it's a bit tricky here. If you go and use the right side, you're going to have to lose again. So now this is the zip. This is the right. So I'm turning it like so. As you can see, I'm turning it like so. Then I'll stitch it down. Please watch closely. I've done that. So the next thing I'll do, I'll fold it like so. All right. I'll flip it like this. All right. And then I'm going to be taking the other fly and the other part of the skirt. That's the right part of the skirt now. I'll place it like this, as you can see. Please watch closely. Then I'll place the fly, all right, under it, as you can see. All right. I'll now go ahead and stitch. I'm recapping. See what I did. The fly is under, the skirt is on top of the zip. All right. So just go and stitch it at your pace. Do not rush it, okay? Just do it at your pace. So after stitching, I am going to be opening it for you to see now. Okay? I guess it's understandable. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Alright? I'm repeating the process for you to see. Remember I told you top stitch. I'm repeating the process for you to see. Okay? I'm actually repeating the process. Just watch closely, you get it. Because this place is a bit tricky. I'm not supposed to repeat it, but for clearer understanding, I'm repeating it for you to see. Okay? Just watch closely. I'll stitch down like so. Then I'm going to be flipping like so, like I did it initially. Alright? So I'll place it like so again. Then I'll place this under, like I said earlier. Okay? Just watch it. I had to repeat it. Sorry for that sound. I had to repeat it for you to understand. Now look at it. As you can see, this is what it looks like. I am going to be top stitching. Alright? I'll close it like so. Alright? I'll flip it over, merge the hems together, then I'll stitch it like this. To this point I left initially when I wanted to fix the zipper. Alright? I'm going to be leaving a slit in front. Alright, depending on the length you want. I think I took 6 inches upward. So I'll just do it like so. I'll use half inch to stitch, then I'll stop there. Okay. I'll open it, then I'll top stitch. Just follow my hands gradually. I'll come up like this as well. It's not much of a task, all right? If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. To my subscribers, thank you. You rock. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. All right, so as you can see, this is what I'm doing now. I'm top stitching. Just watch closely, you see what I'm doing. When climbing that, you have to be very careful, okay? Then I'll top stitch down. All right, you know we are using a chinos fabric and it's just like a jean fabric, so you have to make it nice. Though I'm using a matching color thread, you could use a contrasting thread in a way that still suits it. All right, so you can see I'm done with this. Please be sure to serge. You can serge it before attaching them together. All right, you could serge all your raw edges first. Very important before attaching. Now I'm going to be folding half an inch of all the sides of the pockets and I'll stitch it. Okay. Now I just came down by, I think by 6 inches, depending on your preference, depending on how low you want it. All right, I'll pin it. Then I'm going to stitch it to the chinos fabric. All right. Now, if you cannot gauge half an inch like this and stitch, kindly use your pressing iron, all right, to do it like so, as you can see, and stitch round. So I've gone ahead to stitch it round. All right, you can see how it is. I'm measuring because I want it to be in a very nice place, so you could put it anywhere you want it. So now I'm going to be stitching round again as well. This is my second stitch. Now this second stitch is going to be at the edge. All right. What I do for this, I'll replicate it for the other side as well. I'm removing my pins. It's always good to use pins to secure so that your stuff is going to come out very neat and fine. Now I'm going to be attaching this. It's optional, okay? So I left a space. I will just hook it in and stitch as well. Alright, now see what I'm doing. I've gone ahead to top stitch it first, okay? Like I did for the other one. I'll stitch there, turn it like so. Then I'll top stitch again. Hope that makes sense. All right. I'm going to fix that. All right. As you can see, this is the pocket. This is rope. It's optional. That rope is optional, but it's just to add beauty to it. Okay, you could add the rope as well, the strap as well to the upper part. Then use this thing they use to hold it together. But this is basically what I'm doing for this, for the purpose of this tutorial. Okay. So this is the back. I'm going to be doing it like so. I'll go ahead and stitch round as well. Press it, then come and stitch it on the chinos. I'm taking my measurement, alright. I think I used about 8 inches, depending on your preference, like I said earlier. Okay. I'm gauging it with my boss span measurement, okay? From that edge, I took 4.5, so I'm going to be starting from there. I'll go ahead and stitch the edges like I told you. Then I'll go and top stitch on it. I hope it makes sense to you. So now what I'm going to be doing now to make me achieve the side pockets, okay? The side cargo pockets or fly. You can use a fly or you can use a pocket. I will have to merge, all right, the side seams together and stitch down, all right? So I'm taking 1 inch. I'm stitching 1 inch. You know we took 1.5 inch seam allowance. So when you take 1 inch from the side, remaining half an inch, that is what we're going to be using to be joining the back together. All right. So now be sure to give it a press. I've opened it like so. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I am going to be attaching this fly. Remember what we did for the other one? I'll go ahead and top stitch it round first before attaching it here. Okay. Then I'm going to be adding this strap. It's optional, like I said earlier. Okay. So I'll go ahead and top stitch like I told you. It just adds beauty to it. Okay. Now I want to get the midpoint so that it's going to come out evenly. Okay, as you can see. Now you can either do it few inches below your hips or few inches below your knee, depending on your preference. Okay. So this is what I have done. I'll flip it like so. I'll top stitch, as you can see. Then I'm going to be adding my fly. Please, when adding the fly, don't add it on it like this. You can open it and stitch it like you're saying now. Because if you stitch it on the chinos, you cannot open that fly. So what I did for this side, I'll do for the other side as well. All right. I guess this is understandable. Be sure to give it a good press. All right. I'm going to be stitching the edges like I did for the rest as well. So I'm done with that. I'll go ahead and join the back using half an inch. All right. That's the remaining half inch seam allowance we took. All right. I'll stitch down, and of course after stitching, when I open, I'll top stitch. Please, like I said earlier, be sure to use a serger machine to set. As you can see, I've serged it. I serged it before doing it. All right, then I'll top stitch, as you can see, to give it a beautiful look. All right, after top stitching, I'm going to see how beautiful it is. Are you seeing the lines? I'm now going to be hemming. All right, remember I kept an hemming allowance, so I'll be hemming by 1 inch is there about a 1.5 inch. I'll go and hem. So I'm done hemming. I'm going to now move over to the band, the waistband. Okay, I'll go ahead and measure. Now the band depending on your preference. You could make the length of the band by 5 or the length by 4, depending on how wide you want it to be. So now I've gone ahead to serge. As you can see, I'm attaching it. All right, I'm attaching it to the skirt.